We have new information regarding the criminal cases involving President-elect Trump. A New York appeals court judge has refused to delay President-elect Trump's latest effort to delay his sentencing in his so-called hush money payment case scheduled for Friday. The state ruling came just hours after U.S. District Court Judge Aileen Cannon temporarily blocked the release of special counsel Jack Smith's final report in connection to his two dismissed federal criminal investigations. Classified documents case out of Florida and the election interference case out of D.C. Cannon happens to be the same judge who dismissed the classified documents indictment based on what she deemed as the unlawful funding and appointment of special counsel Jack Smith. This as President-elect Trump announced an additional $20 billion investment from the United Arab Emirates into U.S. data centers to support artificial intelligence and cloud services. The investment was unveiled during Trump's first public remarks following the certification of the 2024 presidential election results.
The investment will support massive new data centers across the Midwest, the Sun Belt area, and also to keep America on the cutting edge of technology and artificial intelligence. He's very big into the data centers, and that's going to be a very hot item in the coming years, as you know, with AI in particular.
Let's bring in CBS News political reporter Aaron Navarro, who is following the president-elect. He joins us now from West Palm Beach, Florida. Aaron, Trump says if a company invests more than $1 billion in the U.S., his administration will expedite environmental permits and other processes. What does that mean, and are there any potential issues with that?
Lindsay, good to be with you. This is in reference to a review federal agencies do when it comes to the environmental impact that energy projects, construction projects costing over $1 billion would have. 54 years ago, the National Environmental Policy Act strengthened the need for permits for these kinds of projects. The one that Trump announced today would fall into that category, but as well as several other domestic energy promises that Trump has made. And he essentially wants to cut down the regulation process, speed his agenda up. Now, the concern here is coming from environmental groups. Trump has mentioned that this investment today would impact the Sun Belt and the Midwest. They are concerned this expedited process, if it happens, that it could potentially lead to negative impacts when it comes to public waters and lands.
And as we mentioned, Judge Cannon temporarily blocked the special counsel and Justice Department from releasing Jack Smith's final report. What is the reasoning in this motion, and what happens now?
It's important to note it's a temporary block. What Judge Cannon here is essentially doing is putting the ball in the court of appeals. Trump's co-defendants have a similar motion to stop the release of the special counsel's report in that court of appeals. Cannon is saying that no decision should be made when it comes to the report until that Circuit Court of Appeals makes their final decision. That Court of Appeals has said that Jack Smith has to respond to the Trump co-defendants' motion by 10 a.m. tomorrow. And Trump's attorneys generally want this all wrapped up by this Friday. Attorney General Merrick Garland nor Jack Smith have yet commented on Judge Cannon's decision.
Okay, and the president-elect's son, Don Jr., is in Greenland today following Trump's remarks that the U.S. should purchase the Danish territory. What's the purpose of his visit, and how is Greenland responding?
In a video of him arriving at the airport, Donald Trump Jr. said he's there just as a tourist. He wanted to come last spring. It does not tampen down, of course, Trump's calls to potentially buy the country. Officials there have thrown cold water on that, saying that they would do business with the U.S., but they would not, be sold to the country as they look to gain their own independence from Denmark.
Aaron Navarro, thank you.